Zerline now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native. At quarterback, it's Baker Mayfield.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. 7 yards there and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback, so to speak.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He finds Otton over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Mayfield with it once more. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
So they convert on fourth, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's into space past the 25 and down to the 16-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
57, Mike, 57.
Here's White. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
56.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
White. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Irving. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. I think going for it there on the opening drive, CD, if you're that close to the end zone, seems like a no-brainer, and they're able to cap things off with a touchdown.
I think that he was imagining the message he would send to his team if he called for the field goal unit at that point. Great drive, got it all the way down there,
You're telling your offense, I believe in you, and you're also telling your defense, hey, if they don't score, we've got it covered.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
On first down, Rodgers able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Second and a couple. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That's complete. It's Malachi Corley. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Now it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Rodgers now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Paul on a give up the middle. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Rodgers going to throw. Touchdown! Breece Hall from 4 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
From the 31, here's second and a couple. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running left, it's Hall. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first catch there for Wilson and a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. That one taken in by Corley. And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Rodgers now to throw. Touchdown, Jets. It's Davante Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets have taken the lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Irving now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
This 2nd and 4.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Oh, what a move. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Rodgers to throw. This complete to Corley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the 1st half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Rodgers. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment. But welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
This taken in right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the 1st half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So a change of possession here on the punt. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Second down and 8. They'll run the draw with Irving. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They bring pressure there on third down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He finds his target, it's Evans. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Mayfield looks to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. They go play action. Mayfield. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And down inside the 15 he goes. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Irving. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
They'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And New York set to take the field. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start on the ground. Hall. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Hall again on second down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
The tackle by Quincy Williams.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. A first down throw for Mayfield. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Over the middle to Evans. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
They'll try and run here with Irving. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. To throw, Mayfield. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten.
I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
For the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Here's 1st down. Mayfield.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give him that the rest of the way.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now Mayfield.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Mayfield.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you that much time in the pocket, he can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown.
McLaughlin for the extra point.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rodgers. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hall. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This will be from 53 for the win. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
That's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Bucs now. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 26.
56.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
First down, Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. From the gun, Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Mayfield on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
First down, here's White. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now remember again, a touchdown wouldn't win it just yet, but it can give him a big leg up. It's second down. Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Here's Baker. Oh, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. He had the interception woes in regulation, and now they carry over into overtime. And on the other side, CD, all they need is a field goal to win it.
I'm glad you pointed that out, Brandon, because he has not been sharp all game long. He's been rather loose with some of his passes, and this one might cost him a ball game.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now Hall to start the drive. But that won't do much good as he is tackled at his own 7. This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
The defense did its part. 3 points now. All they need is they work on 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they'll get this up to the 10, but that's all. A nice job there to bring him down defensively. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. What can Rodgers do now with his drive? Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it. And they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series broke everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.